Hey guys, it's Union here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Singularity, and the problems he has. It's kind of rough to say the least. I mean, if you're playing against him as a survivor, you're just bullying him with EMPs, or sometimes you don't pick up the EMPs and you get bullied by him. There's rarely an in between, but when it comes to the Singularity, the EMPs are a big problem, but they keep him in check. They are a necessary evil, I understand that, but they are way too oppressive. I love playing him, I have so much fun, but I've never had a killer where he's so fun but so frustrating at the same time because you cannot use his power. There's like no way you can just use his power. And I've seen people say like, "Oh, well, try going for the aggressive approach where you're not just setting up cameras and camping, and you do it mid chase because he's like an A tier killer, like top three I've heard, and I don't agree. If you took away the EMPs, he'd definitely be overpowered top three, right? But as it stands right now, he's as the EMPs are, he's probably a C. He's one of those killers where using his power just feels more like a detriment at times, and that's just unfortunate. I like I said, I have a lot of fun with this killer, and he's just. I love the design. I love his voice lines. I love his Mori. I love everything about him. But these EMPs just stop you from being able to use him. And I know, like again said, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, use his power aggressively." I've tried that, and in the first day, it somewhat worked. In the second day, it was working a little bit. But today, survivors have just learned how to play against him, and if you're in a survivor friend squad, or if there's like even two people playing together, they'll pick up an EMP and run by and save their friend. If it's on, Gideon, or if it's on Midwich, they just save their friend, and just nothing you can do because the it just has such a big radius, and that's not even the problem I have with it. I've seen someone saying, like, someone that I played against yesterday said, like, "Oh, well, the one of the pods that I hit wasn't even in the hitbox of the EMP," and I asked him by how much, and he just said more than just clipping, like clipping the outer rim. So that's kind of a problem. I think it even happened later towards the end of the gameplay, because I was like looking around and I couldn't find out who EMP'd the pod. And I think the biggest problem with the EMPs, again, not how long, or not how big the hitbox is, but more in terms of how easily they are to get versus how capable of you are throwing out your power. So I believe the pod base is like 60 seconds, a whole minute, if it gets EMP'd before it comes back, versus an EMP which takes 90 seconds. Now, you may be saying, "Oh, well, that's not too bad, right? That's 30 seconds of being able to use your power, right?" But there's 5 crates on the map, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's 4, but I think it's 5. And there's, 4 survivors. So 4 survivors can go take an EMP. And then, or they can go take an EMP, and then there's still 1 left, and then there's 4 others that take another 90 seconds. Or a survivor can drop it, go poke again for more EMPs, right? And get it back faster. And it's just, you only get 8 pods, right? So 4 survivors getting 5, just like if they just wait the 90 seconds, they get 5. But if they're poking them and they're constantly using them, right? At that part, you just don't even have a power. And like I said, I used it in Chase, and someone just runs by and takes away all the work that I've sorted out, or, it just feels bad when you set up your power and then it just, no matter how you use your power, you just set it up or you just use it in Chase, it just gets countered so easily, so quickly. I just wish that. I shouldn't say I wish, but I feel like they have like 2 paths they can go down. Either one, make the EMPs a long time before they can respawn, right? Or number 2, nerf a little bit of everything on the EMPs, right? Like nerf the range just a tad bit. Nerf the how long it disables a camera for. Maybe make it so it's not so fast when they poke it, because I know they increased that from the PTB, but even on the PTB there was 7 cases, so it was even worse just by that standard. They in my opinion, like, it's just gone too far, right? And they just didn't do enough from the PTB, and I'm pretty sure everyone has that opinion when they look at the content creators or they play the Singularity themselves. They're just like, the Singularity's power is not that great because of the EMPs. But then again, like I said, the EMPs are a necessary evil. If he didn't have those EMPs, he'd be 3-genning, he'd be unstoppable, he'd be like teleporting left and right. He'd be a skull merchant, but worse. So again, he does need the EMP, but the EMPs need significant nerfs in one area, or just smaller nerfs all around. I don't know how behavior's gonna go through with it or what they're gonna do, but it's just sad, and I really want to play this killer, but I don't think I'm gonna play this killer until they patch it. But those are just my thoughts on the Singularity, right? He's like I said, he's a good killer. It's just the EMPs ruin him. But he would probably beat out Nemesis in my like top 3, right? Because Nemesis is my 3rd most played killer. He'd probably top him out if the EMPs weren't so brutal, and I could use my power. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on the Singularity. I'd love to hear them in the comment section below. But if you guys want, I'll be streaming later on. My Twitch channel will be the Union 6832. Please head over and follow me there. I'd really appreciate it. I'd love to see you over there. I'd love to chat with you in real time. And yeah, I'll try to be more active on this channel. I know I'm not that active, but I'll try to be more active. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But until next video, pieces.
78%. No longer useful.
demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.